One way to nudge the kids to spend more summer hours absorbed in imaginative play, it starts with the known parenting fact. It's a fact. It's like Bible fact that a cardboard box is often better than a brand new toy. You know it's true, right? You know it's true. We are suggesting that an $8 presentation board, sort of the kind you use for science fair projects, that can buy you an afternoon of imagination. Our guest today is showing you how to turn that sheet of cardboard into a darling puppet theater. Our instructor, Laurie White, is here to explain. I am already smitten. We've got our artists hard at work. They're going to help us show off this concept as well, but I'm smitten with just the setup. Tell us what you've done.
Okay, so unless you just got a new refrigerator, you don't have a huge box, right?
That giant box that you need for this.
So I was trying to think, what's the easiest way to do cardboard? And I thought, I'm just going to go to Hobby Lobby and buy a presentation board. And the great thing about these is they're actually around $4.
Oh, great.
And then I just bought one more piece of poster board that I used here and here, some duct tape, and I bought some dowels. And that's all you need.
That's the supply list.
That's the supply list. Now, in fact, I just wanted to check. There's every color that you could do.
I honestly haven't thought about this board since 7th grade science fair.
Yeah. So you can, this one came from Walmart. It was less than $4. It also has this little header that you can tear off. So you could tear that off, put it on top, and make a castle. So you could cut, you know, like this. And so you can have a castle, you could draw the bricks, and you've got a puppet stage. So
you've
all
got
I did,
standing walls at that point.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you just turn it like this, and then you could put something on top, be more castle-y, or a house. And then all I did was measure that inside, and I used an X-Acto knife, and then I just duct taped around it to make it just, you know, sturdy. Used duct tape over here, but with just a couple more things. I bought, this is bulletin board trim, because I'm a former teacher, so.
And I am the daughter of a former teacher, so I recognize that right away.
Yeah, so bulletin board trim here. And then I used the sticky Velcro. So you could change this out. So obviously I've got this set up for Goldilocks and the Three Bears with the porridge. But I also over here, I made a beanstalk. So we can do Jack and the Beanstalk.
Oh my goodness.
So if you think of the storybook house, it's in, you know, all of our little fairy tales, the Three Pigs and Hansel and Gretel.
That's true.
And also every beginning of the princess story. So if you have little princesses, Snow White's in a cottage, Sleeping Beauty's in a cottage, Cinderella,
even Elsa,
Rapunzel.
Even Elsa is in a grand castle that this could become.
You could really make this into anything.
Tell me, Laurie, what you did with the curtain, the fabric.
Oh, well, sticky Velcro.
I was going to say, you seamstress you. How did you do this?
I can sew, but I didn't want it. I wanted it to just, everyone to go, I can do that. This is literally a scrap of fabric I had at my house. I cut it to size. I sticky Velcroed on 2 pieces of sticky Velcro on the back. That's it.
Amazing. So the puppets just sneak up behind.
The puppets can sneak up behind.
Yes.
And yeah, so you've got your little, you know, and then you've got your little puppets in here, and you can act out your puppet show. And if you want a little bit more of, you know, this isn't just an afternoon, but if your kids get into this, I mean, you could go forever. So
you could create pieces and expand this into
anything you want.
Play kit.
And you know, I've got the Velcro, so now you can pop those off, and then you could put a flower box, or you could put an apple.
Part of that expansion could be a backdrop.
Could be a backdrop. So this is just a $2 tension rod from Walmart. You can do butcher paper. You could have 6 pieces. I mean, if you go, okay, kids, what set do we need now? You could hang 6 pieces, and then you just flip it, and then you've got another scene. Flip it, and you've got another scene.
I love this so much.
So we're kind of taking that, like that scene in Sound of Music, Maria and the puppet stage, the lonely goat herder.
Yes.
Come on.
Oh, there
now
will be
we're bringing it home
too at my puppet stage for sure. And what is it about this? Moms fall all over this idea, right? It's simple, it's hands-on, it's creative. Do you find kids respond to this sort of imagination setting?
Yes, I have to tell you, this is so funny. I went to the library yesterday to grab a couple more books for inspiration, and our library, the Sandy Library, got a new puppet theater. They used to have a little one. There were kids back there. It was the cutest thing, and I was like, yes, yes, this is what we're doing. I mean, they were back there talking to each other and playing, and the parents were sitting there as the audience. I mean, this is magic. The kids love it, and everyone likes to kind of act out, especially if you're behind a curtain.
Right.
You're more able to kind of put your voice out there. Maybe the shy kids, they'll be able to act someone else out.
You're faceless at that point, so you can throw yourself more into the role. Now, you mentioned the library books. Let's walk over and see what our junior artists are doing and how those books tie into the projects that they're working on.
Okay, so I always love to take literature and art and put it together. And I think it's such a great jumping off point. So if you talk to the kids about, hey, let's make a puppet stage, let's do the Three Bears, you know, how do I draw a bear and what do I do? And so this is just so great to bring the books, open it up, tell them what another artist did so they can look at it, kind of follow those lines. It's always easier for kids to follow someone else's 2-dimensional drawing than a 3-dimensional picture. a photograph.
Gotcha.
So I love to say, this is what this artist did. You look at it for ideas and then make it your own. So it's just a jumping off point. But it's also the best way to get the best out of the puppet theater. So we're trying to develop language skills, imagination skills. This is so great for moms who are encouraging pre-emergent readers.
Yes.
So we read the book, we make some characters, and then mom reminds them what comes first, what's the problem in the middle, how does it end? And then sit back and let your kids do it.
Yes,
Yeah.
you know, education specialists, teachers out there are doing like high kicks as you talk, because you're coming full circle with all of the concepts that we want our kids to absorb. Heidi, tell us what you're doing here.
I'm doing the baby bear from the Three Bears.
Okay, and you've kind of got the circle shapes going, and your color play is so fun. Laurie, you're beaming with pride, I'm sure.
I am so proud of these guys, and I wanted to say, you know, cardboard is hard. I don't give X-Acto knives to kids.
Right.
So these are all cereal boxes, or I have a lot of kids, Brooke. We go through probably 3 cereal boxes a day or in the recycle.
You've got a few Golden Graham boxes hanging out at your house.
So if you turn these over, you're going to see, cereal, pizza, and chip boxes. But this is so much easier for the kids to cut themselves, so we're not even using X-Actos. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Right. Cute Cambry, what are you doing?
I'm doing one of the pigs from the Three Little Pigs.
Oh, I see it, and you're doing it so well. And is that enough space? Is there something about the spacing or the setup, Laurie, that will set our kids up for success when it comes to painting projects?
I told all these kids we want to use as much space as possible. We're going to try to use the whole cardboard.
Okay.
And really with a puppet theater, what's nice is you only need the head. It's like a portrait.
Yeah.
So head and shoulders is all you need for a puppet stage. So that kind of takes the, they're not nervous, you know, because everyone can draw a head.
And Sean, buddy, down there, what are you doing?
I'm doing Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk.
Look how cool. Is that a hat on his head? Yes, it is. I like that. I like that. Oh, they're all hard at work. And we were kind of complimenting the genius idea of the mini water bottles. Because
happy accident.
Happy accident, but it feels like less accidents are prone to happen if you've got that container.
Yeah, they're not going to spill. So this is great.
Any other takeaway tips, Laurie, for moms to make this really what we want it to be, imaginative and creative and explorative for their little minds?
I think it's really important to read a story to get the imagination flowing.
Set the tone.
Set the tone. And then just brainstorm. If we're going to do the 3 pigs, who are our characters? Do we need to add anything to the house? Could we make something else to stick on our puppet stage? Who's going to be what? And so then you have a lot of planning and problem solving, and that's really great. And then let them be creative, create their puppet, cut it out, and then just sit back and watch the magic happen.
I love this idea, and I so appreciate your guidance, because it's so much more than just handing over a piece of cardboard and crayons, but helping them through that process to develop those skills. You are sharing awesome tips like this for moms all of the time on your website and also on your Instagram.
Yeah, Great Artist Mom is the Instagram, also the YouTube channel, Great Artist Mom, and Great Artist Program for elementary schools.
I channel you in my mind as we pull out the crayons and the art supplies on the regular at my house, because you do want it to be just this for those kids, and that's magical. Thank you so much, guys.
You're
Thank
so
you.
welcome.
Give me a smile and wave to Grandma
everyone
at
wave.
home.
Everyone smile.
Yeah, they're ready to
There we go.
Thanks, Laurie. Thanks, you guys.